All right, today we're getting super practical. We're going to ask the question, can you actually use Bitcoin for your everyday life? We're going to walk through a platform that's trying to make this a reality and really see how close we are to using Bitcoin for, your coffee or even your credit card bill. For the longest time, the idea of paying your phone bill with Bitcoin felt like pure science fiction, right? It just always seemed way too complicated, too slow, maybe even too expensive. But is that really true anymore? That's the big question we are going to dig into today. So, here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the idea of a Bitcoin bridge. Then, we'll cover the first steps to get you set up. After that, we'll turn dollars into Bitcoin. And then, this is the really cool part, turn that Bitcoin back into paid bills. And to wrap it all up, we'll zoom out and look at the big picture. Okay, let's kick things off. The best way to think about a platform like this isn't as some kind of complex crypto exchange. No, it's way simpler. Think of it as a bridge, an on-ramp that connects your normal, everyday bank account to the Bitcoin economy. And right out of the gate, we hit on something that is absolutely crucial: self-custody. See, when you buy Bitcoin here, the platform doesn't hold it for you like a bank. It sends it straight to a wallet that you, and only you, control. This really hammers home that classic saying, not your keys, not your coins. You are in complete charge right from the very start. Okay, so if you want Bitcoin sent to a wallet you control, the first thing you need is, well, you need a wallet. So let's look at the couple of simple things you gotta have ready before you can even start buying. First things first, you need that wallet. And there are kind of two main flavors you'll run into. On one hand, you've got your traditional on-chain wallets. This is the original way of doing things, can be a little slower, and the fees can be up and down. Then you have Lightning wallets, which are built for one thing: speed. We're talking instant transactions with crazy low fees. And you're going to see why this difference is so important in just a minute. Now, linking your wallet is a super quick one-and-done setup. You just pop into the platform, give your wallet a little nickname, and paste in its address. That's it. Once that's done, you are officially ready to roll. All right, let's get to the main event. Turning your Canadian dollars into actual Bitcoin. This is where that bridge we were talking about really comes into play. The whole process is designed to feel as normal as paying back a friend. It uses Interact e-Transfer, which is built into pretty much every Canadian bank account. You just add the service as a payee, send the money, and boom, the Bitcoin lands right in the wallet you linked. It's really that simple. But sometimes the real world throws a wrench in the works. It's actually not that uncommon for traditional banks to get a little jumpy and block transactions to crypto platforms. So you might send your e-transfer, only to get this really frustrating message. So what now? Well, the platform has this really simple, kind of elegant solution. They give you a backup email address. If the main one gets blocked by your bank, you just use the alternative one instead. It's the same exact process and you get the same result. It's just a really clever way to sidestep a common headache. So what's this all going to cost you? Well, the core fee is refreshingly simple. It's just a 1% spread on the transaction. Nice and clean. And here's the full breakdown of the cost. You've got that 1% platform fee, and the only other potential cost is the Bitcoin network fee, but only for those on-chain transactions. And here's the key part. You are in control of it. If you're in a hurry, you can choose a faster transfer and pay a small fee. Or if you're not in a rush, you can pick the slowest option and pay literally zero in network fees. It's totally transparent. Okay, hang on, because this is where things get really cool. Once you're all set up, you can actually buy Bitcoin without ever logging back into the website. It's like this little magic trick that makes buying again and again so easy. So here's how this magic trick works. You send an e-transfer just like you normally would, but in the little memo field, you just type the label of any other wallet you've saved on the platform. The system automatically reads that memo and sends the Bitcoin to that specific address, even if it's not your main one. You could even save a friend's address, call it Steve, and then pay him in Bitcoin just by sending an e-transfer and typing Steve in the memo. It is brilliant. So we've successfully crossed the bridge from dollars to Bitcoin. Fantastic. Now let's go the other way. How do you take that Bitcoin and turn it back into dollars to pay for stuff in the real world? Well, selling is basically just the buy-in process in reverse. The platform gives you your own unique Bitcoin address, you send Bitcoin to it, and that automatically triggers an e-transfer that goes straight to your bank account. And just like buying, you don't even need to log in. And this is where using the Lightning Network is just mind-blowing. I mean, look at this timeline. You hit send on some sats from your Lightning wallet. Less than 30 seconds later, you get an email saying an e-transfer is on the way. and maybe a minute after you first hit send, the cash is sitting in your bank account. That is incredibly fast. But look, selling for dollars is one thing. The real aha moment, the game changer, is when you realize you can just skip that step completely. You can take your Bitcoin and directly pay a bill, like your actual MasterCard statement. This is the point where Bitcoin stops feeling like just an investment and starts to feel more like, well, like money. And the process is just as simple as paying any other bill online. You add your credit card as a payee on the platform, you type in the dollar amount you want to pay, and the system just spits out a Lightning invoice. You scan it with your wallet, and boom, bill paid. The entire thing takes just a few seconds. So what this all really shows is that the tools for using Bitcoin in your daily life, they're not theoretical anymore. They are here and they really work. So let's zoom out for a second and see what else this might mean for the future. And this thing is more than just a tool for buying and selling. It's a whole ecosystem. There's a Bitcoin Academy to help you learn, there are automated recurring buys to help you save consistently, and there's even a rewards program to make it all a bit more fun. It's all about creating that complete user journey from beginner to pro. And things aren't stopping here. Looking ahead, there's a whole wish list of features that could make this even more powerful. We're talking about things like better privacy with silent payments, more network options like Liquid, and get this, the ability to pay anyone with an e-transfer just by sending a Lightning payment. The innovation here is happening really, really fast. Which, of course, brings us all the way back to our big question. We've just seen how Bitcoin can go from being this complex asset to something you use to pay your credit card bill in under a minute, all from your phone. So, are these simple, user-friendly bridges going to be the key that finally turns Bitcoin into a common, everyday household utility? It's definitely something to think about.